I was joking, but I guess I really did catch this guy. I forgot what kind of turtle that is. Okay, it's a mud turtle. Make sure it wasn't a snapping turtle. He's gonna get me when I try to get him out of the net. A little mud turtle. Cool little guy. He's swimming in the water.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell next to it so you can be notified, and don't forget to hit that thumbs up.
And that's dumb. I wasn't recording, but I just got one off the bed. There I was thinking it was on. So I couldn't see him. I can see the bed. I can see him now. I can see the back of him. They're right there in the grass, off the bed just a little bit. So these are beds, like bass beds, and I could tell they were. And I'm not seeing any bass on them, but the bass are there. But they're hiding along the grass. And that one bit. I wasn't even in the bed. Like, I was pulling it out of the bed because I didn't think there was one on it because I couldn't see him. And he bit it. Bit it as soon as it hit the grass. And here I was thinking I was recording that whole time, and I wasn't. That looks like another bed. That is a bed. There's a big bass right there. Okay. It's hiding. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but probably not because I don't have a polarized lens. But so they're spawning. It looks like there might be two beds here. May not come out because of me. So what I'm going to do is because this water's so clear and the bass can see me, I'm going to get over here along this reeds real quick, and I'm going to try to blend in with the bank over here. It's my kayak's green. This is kind of green, so maybe give them, you know, an opportunity to bite my bait and not see me. Alright, I can still see him swarming in there. And he's kind of just right on the edge of this right there. I think I just saw his tail, nose up on the bait. He's got it. Got it. 17 1/4. Alright, let's get her back to her bed. Alright.
I just want to add a little context about what I'm doing when I'm fishing clear water. First thing that you can't see is I have a pair of glasses that I'm using. They could be any glasses, but they should have a polarized lens on them. I'm not going to name brands. I'm not sponsored by anybody. These are name brand, but they cost me $44. I found a sale on them, so they're inexpensive, but they're invaluable when fishing clear water. All it takes sometimes in that clear water is a little bit of wind to pick up, and it'll cut your visibility down to almost zero, even though the water's clear. So making sure that you have a good pair of polarized lenses so that you can see the beds, see the fish, and come up with a game plan. This particular day, my game plan kind of fell into, I came across the first bed. I threw that bandito bug and the Okeechobee craw in there. I didn't see the fish, didn't feel like the fish was on the bed. As I was pulling it out of the bed and got to the reed line, the bass attacked it. So that told me right there that fish were on the beds, but they were not, they're in the shadows around the beds. Some of them were on the beds where you could see them, but my main strategy was to toss it in there near the fish from a distance because it was calm, sunny. The fish could see me on my kayak when I was standing up. So a lot of times I'd have to set down and just back off a little bit so I could cast into there and get them to bite. I knew that they were probably able to be caught if they were coming back to the bed. Some of them were getting scared off and they just never came back to the bed. So instead of waiting and waiting, I just moved on. There were so many beds, so many fish, you know, you're not gonna be able to catch all of them on days like that. But I was able to cast into those beds, and a lot of times I would have to let the bait sit there for anywhere from 10 seconds to maybe up to like 20-30 seconds, and just slowly just kind of, you know, move the tip of my rod to kind of give that bait a little bit of shake. Some of them were aggressive enough that as soon as it went in the bed and got anywhere near them, they would go ahead and attack it. There was 3 baits I used, and I didn't get footage of the last bait that I used to catch one of the biggest fish. But the 3 baits that I used, one was a bandito bug in the Okeechobee crawl. The other was a Big Bites bait warmouth, and I don't remember the color on that one, but basically it's white and chartreuse. And I just use that bait occasionally when the water's clear so I can see the bait and see the fish when they pick up the bait, if I have to be a little bit further away where I can't see them hit something that's more of a natural color. I'm not sure the color necessarily plays a role, but the white helps me see the bait, so when the fish have it, I can know when to set the hook. The last thing I used was a methylate worm, and what I had to do for that is, that methylate worm that I used is made by Jean LaRue, and it floats sometimes it sinks. It just depends how you move it through the water. And so in this particular instance, I came across a bass that had clearly spawned on the reeds. They had made the bed, but they didn't spawn down in the bed. The female was up in the water column, about the middle, closer to the top part, instead of down low by the actual bed. So every time I was throwing into the bed and letting it go to the bed, she wasn't paying any attention to it. So what I would have to do is I would throw that bait on top of the reeds, pretend these are the reeds. I'd let it sit there, and then when she would come back to the area that she was comfortable at that water column, I would slowly drag that worm off the top of the reeds, and the worm would just fall, kind of like this, right in front of her face. And it took me doing that probably a good, 15-20 minutes before I caught her. She turned out to be, I don't know, maybe close to a 3-pound bass. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Obviously, as anglers, we get excited and think the fish look bigger than they actually are in the water. And because of the way that things reflect out of the water, the way that we see things in the water, sometimes they look bigger, sometimes they look smaller. It's a guessing game. So anyways, hope you guys learned something from this on bed fishing in clear water. Whether you learn what not to do or whether you learn some new techniques to help you catch those bass, just get out there and give it a shot. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, and let's get ready to get out on the water. There we go.
Oh, did it get off? It did get off. So fun. Freaking, I bet she's 3 pounds easily. Thump, thump, thump. Got it. Got it. Okay. Solid 16.75 though. We'll take that. Okay. Get her back to her bed. There we go. Alright, you're 15.75, thank you. I think that was her. That's definitely not her. This is the buck bass. Still don't know he's been released. There he goes.